YouTube. What is up? Welcome to the radar for Rasslin Studios.
What up, Mox?
Friday Night Smackdown just finished up. We have two takeaways from the Go Home edition of Friday Night Smackdown Fastlane this Sunday night. A pay-per-view that nobody cares about, nobody understands why it's happening, but it is happening. WWE is giving it to us. It's the first on Peacock. So you got that looking for you. If you checked out Peacock, yeah, it kind of sucks because the way they have it set up, you can't even find stuff. So hopefully they fix that when they go to WrestleMania and it goes full-time Peacock. Pretty big disaster. So we got a couple things to get into from the show because it's lead up to Fastlane. Remember, I got my Fastlane predictions dropping tomorrow, live stream, going live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time with Jonesy Chats Wrestling WrestleManiac UK. I got a review coming right after the show, a live stream as well with Ryan Awesome and a wrestling gal, Ella J. So make sure you check that one out when that happens. So tune in for those two things. Let's get into this review of SmackDown, our two takeaways. But first, drop a like and a comment on this video. Appreciate you guys tuning in, commenting on the videos. Let me know what you guys think of SmackDown. Let me know how much you hate Fastlane, because I love hearing that Fastlane hate. Let me know about that. Let me know about what you guys think is going to happen at Fastlane in terms of how it's going to affect WrestleMania. Watching, not subscribe to the channel, notification bell, new video drop, social media, you know what the deal is. Jump right into two takeaways from Friday Night Smackdown. SmackDown started off with SmackDown Women's Championship match. You had Nia Jax taking on the Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. So this is issues between Sasha and Bianca Belair before this because of Reginald, and why is this match happening? She's upset by it. Whatever, the match was what it was. This is a fine match. You had Bianca Belair coming out to kind of fend off Shayna Baszler, make things even. In the end, Shayna Baszler accidentally kicks, Nia Jax instead of Sasha, causing her to lose the match. So the breakup might be coming, right? So maybe either, I doubt Bianca and maybe I could see Bianca and Sasha winning the tag titles and going to WrestleMania.
I can totally see them going to WrestleMania with the belts. I mean, I don't see why not. You can prolong the storyline that way. And there's no need for Nia Jax and Blazer. They've run their course. Time to break them up. It'd be more interesting them feuding against each other than actually being a tag team. Yeah,
it definitely would. This will set up a match later on the night, Bianca versus Shayna Baszler. So we'll get to that later on. Next thing on the show is Seth Rollins coming out and addressing Cesaro.
What a suit, by the way. Whew.
Yeah, now
custom made from head to toe.
I'm not sure if I missed this on the previous episode of SmackDown, but he went back to the Burn It Down music. I'm not sure if I missed that or not. And then he's talking all this trash about Cesaro. Shinsuke comes out. Remember, Shinsuke confronted him last week. And Shinsuke got his old music back too, his babyface music. So he's officially babyface. He beats down on, Seth Rollins. So we may see this.
Didn't take kindly to that. This is Cesaro's fault. Cesaro disrespected Rollins, and it just opened the floodgates. Now everybody can disrespect
Seth Rollins. So we may see this match at Fastlane. I would assume, and then set up to the match at WrestleMania between Cesaro and Seth Rollins. So that was what it was. It's fine. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's most likely going to be Shinsuke versus Seth Rollins at Fastlane. Next thing on the show was the Mysterios versus the Street Profits in kind of a quasi gauntlet match to see who becomes the number one contender for the SmackDown Championship. You have the Mysterios shockingly beating the Street Profits here in the first part of the match.
Shocking.
Yeah, and you had the Dirty Dogs outside, Rude and Ziggler talking trash on them on commentary. So after they beat the Profits, they take on Alpha Academy, Otis, and Chad Gable. And then Otis and Chad Gable win, so they get the opportunity to face for those tag team championships. I assume this match will happen at Fastlane. It's not a WrestleMania thing. I think this all sets up for a multi 4-team, 3 or 4 team SmackDown tag team championship match at WrestleMania. That's what it seems like.
On the pre-show WrestleMania.
Maybe, yeah, but you already know this is gonna lead. Okay, so Alpha Academy versus the Dirty Dogs for SmackDown Tag Team Championships at Fastlane. Then a multi-team match at WrestleMania. Probably pre-show, could be pre-show. Who knows?
Otis and Dolph back at it, baby. That feud will never end.
Yeah, things never ends. All right, so the next thing on the show is Daniel Bryan addresses Fastlane. Comes out, cuts a promo about how he's gonna make Reigns tap out. Reigns comes out, he's like, I'm not having that. That's not happening.
DB.
Yeah, he calls him DB. It's not happening. He says he's not gonna tap out to somebody like you, and all that. It's a solid promo on Reigns' part. This is funny because Bryan's rebuttal to this is like, I'm gonna break you. You say you're unbeatable, I'm gonna beat you. You say you're untap-outable, which sounds ridiculous of a word, untap-outable. It's not a word. You could have come up with a better word than that, but he's just gonna make him tap out. So that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much else to it.
Let me tell you, DB's promo, didn't love it. Didn't love it at all.
I didn't love it that much either. Yeah,
no fire
it wasn't that great.
It was weird.
All right, so the next thing on the show, we have Sami Zayn in the backstage, talking to his camera crew. The thing's going to wrap up his documentary, right? Supposedly got Logan Paul interested in it, whatever. Even Logan Paul's tweet was like, LOL, I'll check it out. And then he gets interrupted by Kevin Owens, and he's trying to get Kevin Owens to be part of the documentary and kind of team up again. Kevin Owens and him, best friends for life, whatever. So he says, "Go, come see my match against Corbin." And it was funny because they did a promo before this match, and it was like bashing both guys. Like, this match nobody cares about, nobody wants to see. So I guess, right, it's WWE trying to, like, hating on Sami Zayn, the conspiracy against Sami Zayn. So in the whole match, Sami Zayn trying to cheat to win. He gets caught by the ref 1,000 times. He loses the match to King Corbin, and Kevin Owens on the outside saying, "I didn't see anything. All I saw was you trying to cheat," and that's it. Then, boom, haluva kick to Kevin Owens on the outside. So it seems like we're going to get Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. No matter, these guys kind of go like this in their careers, and they just end up kind of whining right back to each other in the end. These guys are like inseparable. They will always end up with each other in the end. So
yeah, like they're in the same universe. Should be a good match. I mean, those guys have had great matches in the past. El Generico and Kevin Steen to days in NXT to now. So it should be a great match. Hoping the build's a bit stronger going into Mania, because none of these builds feel important. It doesn't feel, none of these matches feel Mania worthy. They're going to be good matches, but just like the storylines going in don't feel Mania worthy so far.
Yeah. So, that's what we're gonna get, but like it's not much to it. It's like a real quick put together. It's like, oh, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, they have a good match. They have history. Let's put them together. So
that's what it feels like.
Next thing on the show, and it's our first takeaway of the night. It is this confrontation back here. It's the interview where they're kind of side by side, not in the same room, but in the same arena. Big E, Apollo. So they have a lot of issues, and I enjoyed this promo a lot. Like, Big E, had the emotion. Like he feel like he was on the point of tearing up, right? How upset and angry he was, and Apollo coming back at him. And it's just the rivalry's gotten real heated, real personal, so it's coming off good. And this is all, Big E's already established himself as a solid character. Like, he has a character, he's built, what he is, he's a proven commodity. This is all about Apollo establishing himself as a solid character to become something more than what he has been in the past. So this was all about. So they have the interview. They're upset at each other, obviously heated. Big E's gonna find Apollo because he knows he's in the same building as he is. So he gets a golf cart and try to chase down Apollo. Finds Apollo, almost runs him over. Then they brawl back and forth. Boom! He's beating the living hell out of Apollo. Here come the officials to break it. Apollo, here come the officials to break everything up. Apollo jumps in the golf cart, hauls ass out of here. I thought it was a very, very good whole segment involved. And now the match can happen at Fastlane, but I think there's gonna be some type of wonkiness. Unless they want to make it a multi-man match at WrestleMania, I think they'll come back to this at WrestleMania between the two. But like I said, this is all about building Apollo and establishing his character so that he can eventually build on this and become, a star, basically.
Yeah, I think both guys have done great work. It is the best Apollo's ever been. It's not even close. I'm digging the new gimmick. I'm feeling it. I like the fact that he's got the accent going. I love it. He does a really good job of the accent. Like, I know his family's Nigerian. He's growing up with it, so it's coming through really strong. So that's good. It's not coming off weird and hokey. The feud was good. It's a blood feud. It's got that feeling. It's gonna be multiple matches. Both guys are smashing each other, all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, where is Cruz's security guard? That's what I'm. And his spear. I mean, where was that at? Could have helped him tonight. But this is going to be multiple matches. It's going to be Fastlane. It's going to be Mania. This is one of the matches that has been excited for Mania. This has been a strong feud. This is one of the few, probably one or two matches that I'm actually excited to watch at Mania. So, so far so good. And Big E's, they're building the star. They're building the star. This time next year, don't be surprised, or maybe even a SummerSlam if he's going for the title.
Yeah, now, the one thing I'll nitpick on this whole thing, like you said, where are his two bodyguards, his two soldiers? Now, him being royalty or playing off that angle that he's royalty, comes from royalty and all that stuff like that, what they actually could have, should have just done to probably make it a little bit more in that vein of royalty is have, Apollo come out and try to challenge him, but have his guys jump in and Apollo just berates him as he's getting beat down by the two guys.
It would have made Apollo look like the better heel. This way he was running away, kind of made him the cowardly, which is we don't want to be, because he's basically this African prince and and a king, and you don't want him to look like a fool, or like a coward. You want him to feel strong. So it would have been better if his, like you said, security came out and took out Big E. Yeah,
they're just beating him down as he berates Big E behind them. So it would have been a little better, but it's still a solid segment overall. Now we'll get to the next thing on the show, which was a letdown or whatever. It's kind of pointless. It was Bianca versus Shayna in a match that was set up earlier in the night because of what happened. So it comes to a no contest because you have Natalya and Tamina coming on attacking them in the ring, basically dropping Bianca Belair. So they're vying for a tag team title shot. We'll see who the tag team champions actually are that they're gonna face, but all this is kind of like whatever. But it's fine because You want more tag teams in there? I mean, that's what you're asking for. You need more tag teams in the division. So if they're going to have it with these two, they're going to have it with these two. We'll see what happens, though. I mean, it all falls on Fastlane, see who wins it. But next thing to show, they were hyping up Edge's return to SmackDown, having a match in SmackDown for in the first time in 10 years. So he comes out, he's going to take on Jey Uso. The winner becomes the special enforcer at Fastlane. Either one has issues with Daniel Bryan, right? So you got Jey doesn't want Daniel to win, obviously, because he's with Roman, and you got Edge doesn't want Daniel to win because he wants to face Roman at WrestleMania. But Edge also has issues with Roman, so it could go either way. So the match is a very, very good match. You obviously know what you're going to get. You know, Jey Uso's a tremendous performer, tremendous.
Samoan, man, they all go.
Yeah, and then you have Edge. Obviously, you know what you're going to get out of Edge, another tremendous performer there. So the match was very, very good, but Edge gets the win in the end. And then he gets speared by Roman Reigns. This is takeaway number 2 of the night.
Reigns bidding, and now a spear to Daniel Bryan. And will that be the scene Sunday? Will Roman Reigns stand tall to defend?
As you can see, he spears Edge behind us, and he stands tall over him. Then you have Jey Uso attacking Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was going to try to help. He gets thrown in the ring, gets speared by Roman Reigns. So Edge is going to be the special enforcer at the match at Fastlane. What I think is going to happen is that this is like, I think they're really tipping the hand that they're going to try to make this a triple threat at WrestleMania. I think that kind of sucks because I don't want Daniel Bryan to be in this match, to be honest with you. Daniel Bryan doesn't seem like
no disrespect, but
he doesn't seem like he should be in the spot right now. But I think they want to make it a triple threat, maybe so Edge can win the title off of by pinning Daniel Bryan, not pinning Reigns. So then you could have Reigns versus Edge as like a program after that, maybe. But that's the way I see it working out. Also, Jey Uso still going to be involved somehow. But you know, it could be Edge just kind of maybe screwing Daniel Bryan out in the end because he wants to face Roman one-on-one, but maybe makes it a triple threat match, inadvertently makes it a triple threat match by doing something. But we'll see what happens at Fastlane, but it should be kind of interesting how they work it out going into WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm not really excited about the match. I'm not gonna lie. On Fastlane, I don't think anybody is. We're just gets a placeholder to what's going on. I don't want to see Daniel Bryan. No, we all love Daniel Bryan, but he just came out of kind of nowhere, and his promos haven't been that great, and his storyline involved. He kind of feels just more like a wrench thrown into the plans than something that you really cared for it to go on. Let's just see Edge versus Roman. I don't want to see Roman ever lose the title right now. I don't think it's any point of Edge. Edge doesn't need it. He doesn't need to win it. Doesn't make any sense for him to win it. Yeah. Keep it on Roman. Keep Roman strong. Keep Roman dominant. Maybe at SummerSlam time we can get back to it. Maybe he can drop it. But right now it doesn't make any sense. So hopefully it's just Edge and Roman at WrestleMania. This was a decent little segment. Not a fun SmackDown. It was pretty subpar SmackDown. But I'm not. We just got to get past Sunday. Fastlane's more just like a wrench in the week. We don't really need it. We don't really want it. Nobody is asking for it. Why are they giving it to us? We don't know. Why it's the first one on the crappy Peacock app, which is a terrible app. It doesn't make it. I'm not excited for it. Let's get to WrestleMania. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's just have Roman and Edge. No need for Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, no need for Daniel Bryan, but we're going to get it. We're going to see what happens. Yeah, there's just a placeholder between WrestleMania, between now and WrestleMania, but we're going to get it. It could throw a couple of wrenches, like you said, into the matchup at WrestleMania. Like, I'm thinking they're going to go triple threat. That's what I think they're going to do. And they're going to go triple threat. Like, again, I think Bryan shouldn't be in the spot. It should have been a spot for Cesaro. Cesaro should have won that Elimination Chamber. It would have been the right call. He has a big match coming against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, but still, the match he should have been in, he should have won that match and have a feud with Roman Reigns. It would have elevated him so much more than being in a match against a returning superstar in the caliber of Seth Rollins, which seems like he's just gonna take the L because Seth Rollins just came back. So you don't want him to lose out like that. So we'll see what happens. But I have those live streams coming tomorrow at 1 p.m. Make sure you tune into that 1 p.m. Eastern of the prediction show for Fastlane and the review show right after the pay-per-view finishes, maybe like a half an hour after the pay-per-view finishes. So it should be a fun time. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's our second takeaway of the show. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember to like, comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of SmackDown. What you think is going to happen at Fastlane, and how do you think it's going to affect their WrestleMania plans? Because both cards look extremely weak at the moment, so maybe they may surprise us to come up with something that maybe gets us excited, but I highly doubt it at this moment in time, but we'll see what happens. They got to pull something out of their ass. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember, if it doesn't work, bro, don't do the job.
Later, Marks.